What if your neighbor didn't own a golden retriever, yeah, but a full-grown tiger? Or imagine cuddling a pet that could snap your bones in seconds. These aren't sci-fi monsters, they're real pets. People actually keep at home. From venomous creepy crawlies to backyard beasts straight out of your nightmares, these are 10 scariest pets people actually own. Stick around, because number 1 will make you question everything you know about man's best friend. Man's best nightmare. Pet wolf. Imagine thinking you're taking your sweet golden retriever for a walk. Then you realize your dog howls at the moon and might just eat it too. Wolves are pack hunters with razor-sharp fangs and eyes like glowing coals. Some brave souls keep wolf-dog hybrids as pets, and while fluffy, these wild cousins of Fido can turn on you in a flash. Living with a wolf is like sharing your couch with a 4-legged panther that eats raw meat for breakfast. Wolves can run 40 miles per hour and gulp down 20 pounds of meat in one sitting, so dinner time might get awkward fast. They can even sniff out a trail from miles away, so hiding won't save you. Picture those glowing eyes tracking you through the forest. It's enough to make your blood run cold. So if you thought your golden retriever was loyal, remember a wolf's loyalty is as unpredictable as a thunderstorm. Thought that was wild? Number 9 will squeeze you next. Think spiders belong outside? Think again. The giant tarantula is like a hairy, nightmarish teddy bear that some people lovingly carry around. These monsters of the spider world can spread their leg span wider than a dinner plate. Each step those fuzzy legs take is soundless until it's too late, and the last thing you feel might be velvet fangs near your skin. Fun fact, some pet tarantulas like the Goliath bird eater can live for over 20 years, outlasting most goldfish by decades. They usually only bite if seriously provoked, and their venom to humans is about as painful as a bee sting. Still, imagine waking up to a spider bigger than your hand, or catching one on camera as it scales your wall at midnight. Owners laugh at our fears, saying these hairy predators are mellow pets once tamed, but we'll pass on that cuddle. Spiders are scary? Just wait until you see number 8. No, that isn't your scarf. It's an 18-foot python wrapping around your shoulders like a runaway boa. Some people keep giant snakes like the Burmese or reticulated python, and these slithery pets are both mesmerizing and terrifying. They have no legs, but don't let that fool you. With muscles that squeeze like a hydraulic press, they've been known to engulf small pets and even entire deer in one gulp. Pythons have guts of steel. They eat rabbits, chickens, even alligators with ease. An 18-foot snake is like having a living garden hose with teeth coiled on your bed. Cuddle time with Mr. Python could mean your face is just inches from its toothy grin. And trust me, those fangs aren't for decoration. These snakes keep growing year after year. The world record reticulated python is over 30 feet long, bigger than some school buses. If you thought that snake was freaky, number 7 is a real dinosaur in lizard form. Meet the Komodo dragon, a real-life dinosaur that some lucky or crazy people keep at private parks or zoos. These massive lizards can stretch over 10 feet long, about as long as an SUV, and they're not just long, they're loaded with prehistoric attitude. Their saliva is packed with bacteria and even mild venom, so a single bite acts like a poison arrow into the bloodstream. Komodos will eat anything that moves. Deer, buffalo, even humans if given the chance. They have faces only a paleontologist could love, beady eyes and forked snake-like tongues. Keeping one might sound thrilling until dinner time. These beasts need huge raw meat feasts, and they tear into flesh with ease. If you think petting a snake is spooky, imagine petting a scaly tank with claws. So imagine your pet store accidentally delivering a dragon instead of a puppy. Now that's something you really can't cuddle. Ever thought you'd have a hyena in your house? Me neither, but in Harar, Ethiopia, locals do it. Hyenas are famous for their maniacal laughter. Imagine the cackle of a cartoon villain, but in real life. But behind those giggles is a bone-crushing bite that can snap through skulls like stale bread. In Harar, the hyena man even feeds wild spotted hyenas scraps with his bare hands. And at night, they crawl through hyena doors in walls to snack on garbage. These cunning carnivores hunt in teams and can take down big prey like wildebeest or buffalo. Their jaws bite with over 1,000 pounds of force, enough to chew through thick hides and crush small bone. A pet hyena starts life as a playful cub, but by adulthood it's basically having a tiny wolf pack roaming your living room. They're as agile as big dogs, but built like tanks. One could easily knock over furniture in a game of tug of war. So if you think laughing gas is scary, hyenas might prove you wrong. Remember when someone warned you it's illegal to flush exotic pets down the toilet? Turns out many ignored that advice and bought baby alligators. Oops, years later they have dinosaurs in their backyard. An American alligator can grow over 14 feet long and live for 80 years. They'll snap at anything near their territory, including your legs dangling by the pool. Imagine lounging on the deck and hearing a splash. Next thing you know, a 10-foot reptilian grin is creeping towards you. Cute baby gators might sit on your lap, but their teeth keep growing, and suddenly you're the chew toy. Their bite is ferocious ferocious. An alligator can exert over 2,000 pounds per square inch of pressure, crushing bone like an aluminum can. Owners often have to build giant pools and gates just to contain them. One NFL player even had a 5-foot pet gator named Croc J. Flip a stake near one and gators will blast out of the water like torpedoes. In short, sharing your home with a gator is like having a dinosaur roomie with zero chill. Who wouldn't love a tiger cub purring in their lap? It sounds awesome, until your cuddly kitten turns into a 500-pound stripy warrior. Tigers are basically cats on steroids, with claws bigger than your handspan and mouths that gobble steaks by the kilo. They start as adorable fluff balls but grow into apex predators. If you shared your sofa with one, you'd notice those tiny kittens left fewer scratch marks. These big kitties don't do cute cat naps. They need jungle-sized playgrounds and can leap 3 times their body length. Owners often build giant indoor enclosures just to contain the tabbies, and they eat entire cows for breakfast without batting an eye. Remember Siegfried and Roy? One minute you're watching a magic show with tigers, the next you're reading a tabloid headline. These striped beasts see humans as nothing more than giant chew toys. Imagine reaching for your morning coffee and a 300-pound Bengal decides your head is a scratching post. By adulthood, these tiny house tigers could weigh as much as your car. Number 3 is the giant Vietnamese centipede, a head-over-heels nightmare on 100 legs. Some brave or bonkers, people keep these inch-long speedsters in terrariums. When hungry, centipedes hunt insects, lizards, and even small snakes or bats. They have razor-sharp claws on their head, like hypodermic needles dipped in wickedness. A bite from one of these can feel like dipping your hand in hot pepper sauce, or getting zapped by lightning. They're fast enough to outrun a charging antelope, so blink and you'll miss them. These centipedes are basically the piranhas of the insect. When agitated, one will coil up and strike out in every direction, almost like a living grenade. They're strong enough to prey on creatures their own weight. Envision waking up at 3 a.m. and feeling a long, spiny leg crawling on your arm. A bite from one demands instant medical attention. Trust me, it's like having a swarm of angry tiny snakes taped together. Definitely keep your limbs on display at your own risk. At number 2, we have the bug people love to hate, the Madagascar hissing cockroach. These guys are basically the rock stars of the roach world, strutting around at 2 to 3 inches long like they own the place. They make a loud hissing sound, no wings involved, just forcing air out of their abdomen when excited or threatened. Pet lovers say they're harmless and docile, but imagine hosting a sleepover and 100 of these little hissing beasts crawl out of the shadows. They can climb smooth glass, live for 5 years, and reproduce like crazy. One female can lay dozens of eggs at a time, so your bug population could explode overnight. Drop one in a bowl of water and it will keep hissing for minutes. Fans let them crawl on their hands like creepy little pets, but let's face it, having a hissing cockroach is a guaranteed party crasher. Up next, the stinkiest surprise of them all. And finally, number 1 on the list, the skunk. Not just any skunk, imagine a fluffy black and white walking stink bomb as your pet. Some skunk owners even remove the scent glands to try to make them odorless, but trust me, it doesn't always help. These little bandits can spray an oil so potent, it'll make the strongest air freshener give up. One tiny spritz and your whole neighborhood turns into a blast zone. They can turn homes into quarantine zones with one flick of the tail. On the plus side, skunks are surprisingly like playful cats. They eat bugs, help keep the yard free of rodents, and some even learn to use a litter box. But let's be real, having a midnight cuddle with a skunk, it's a gamble. One whiff and you'll sprint to open every window. If any pet on this list deserves the title of stinkiest roommate ever, it's the skunk. That was 10 scariest pets people actually own. Which one are you more scared of? Drop a comment, hit subscribe, and stick around for more animal-related content.